Hello students, I am Snehal from KLE Society's BCA College, Nipani. So, in the previous sessions we learned on the compatibility testing. So, now we need to focus on the next type of the black box testing, that is nothing but the user documentation testing. So, the content which we are going to discuss in this session, that is nothing but the user documentation testing. Now see the user documentation. Now user documentation means what? Actually, now why the documentation is necessary? For what purpose that an organization is maintaining the documentation of the different parts or the different phases which we have considered when we want to develop any software application. Now why it is necessary? Because the documentation is nothing but maintaining the requirements, maintaining the designing step, maintaining the development phases, maintaining the development criteria, maintaining nothing but the different types of test cases. It is very required in an organization. Now this documentation is basically helpful when a new person who is involved in the development of an software application. When that person is involved in the development of an software application, that person is going to refer the previous documentation for the understanding or for better understanding of how the software is developed or how the software they are going to be developed in the future. So this documentation is very helpful to get a clear idea about how the requirements are there, how to maintain that requirement, how to correct the bugs or the defects that are occurred during the development of an application, or basically when we are going to be deployed, when we are going to deploy that software. Deployed means what? When it is going to be handed over to the customer for the use. Okay, so at that time it may happen that that software or that application is going to report the many more errors. Now when that application is going to reporting an errors, it is always mandatory to document it. Now why this documentation is required? It will be required for the future purpose or for the future use, to refer it again and again, so that it may happen that when we are going to refer it as per the requirement, then we are going to say that this application or this software is developed as per the requirement which we have collected, and we are going to develop it in a more better way. Why? Because we are having some documentation with us, how to overcome from the effects, how to overcome from the defects that are occurred during the development of an application or the software. So the documentation is very important. Now how that documentation is going to be related with your black box testing, and how it is one of the type of the black box testing, now we are going to see. Now see, in the user documentation testing, it is also one of the type of the black box testing. Now this documentation testing is going to assure that the written explanation of how to use the system practically match with what the system does. See what I am going to telling you, that how the system is going to be practically working. It should be written previously. Why? Because when we are developing an application, it may happen that sometimes we are going to get confused how to do it. So to avoid that confusion, to avoid to do the mistakes when we are using any system or application, it is better to write down the steps that basically required to handle it more easily. So the user documentation testing, okay, or rather the documentation testing, it is going to assure that the written explanation, what? The written explanation of how to use the system. What it is the written explanation of how to use the system practically, which will be get matched with the what the system does. Means what? See, we are documenting it, we are going to maintain the documentation of what, how the system is working practically, but actually when we are started to work on it, we are going to check it whether it is working as per the written documentation or not. So that is the main thing which we are going to consider in the black box testing. Why? Because we don't know the areas where how the code is written, how it will be get executed, what are the ways or what they have used in between them. We are not focusing on what we are going to focus or where we are going to focus in the black box testing of the user documentation testing. We need to focus only on the input given to the system and the output coming from the system. Input given to the system and the output coming from the system. So when we are performing this, what is needed to see over here? See, what the first thing in the user documentation or the documentation testing is going to assure that the written explanation of how to use the system practically, which will be get matched with the what the system does. This is the first thing. Now the second thing is nothing but this is a significant part to test. Okay, it is the significant part to test the since last minute. Okay, since the last minute fixes usually change the behavior of the system in a way which serves from the documentation. So now this is the part main important. See, what this is the very significant part. What we are maintaining? We are maintaining that how the system is working, which will be get matched with the what the system is going to do now. Okay, so what will be get happen over see when an user or when any person or when the tester is trying to use that application, he is going to test it. Why? Because since the last minute fixes usually they change the behavior of the system in a way which serves from the documentation, which means that it may happen that we have written something over in the documentation, but as per the documentation our system is not working over there. Now for example, consider that what we have stated over there, we have stated that we want to perform the division of the two numbers. Okay, now when we want to perform the division of two numbers, what is the expected result over there? We want to know the division of that two numbers, but it is not showing us, which means that what? It is not working as per the specification. It is showing something wrong, or it may happen that it is going in a infinite loop. It may happen that. So this is the important thing when we want to check our software or application with an expected requirements. So this is the user documentation. So a goal of the software tester. Now here in the user documentation testing, a goal of the software tester should know that all the kinds of the user documentation must be tested. All the kinds of the user documentation must be tested. Now this comprises that the operational guides as well as the usual application end user documentation. Now why this is required? See, this comprises the operational guide, which means that written documentation is nothing but our operational guide. Operational guide means what? According to that written document, we are going to work on that software or the application. So according to that, this application is considered as a usual application and user documentation, which means that documentation will be provided to the end user for the use purpose. See, manually when we are purchasing any new thing, a manual is there with them. They are going to provide you a manual. Now why this manual is actually required? See, what I am going to tell you that whenever you are purchasing any new electronical or electrical instruments, okay, in your house, you are going to get a manual with them. Now why this manual is required? You are going to read that manual. According to that, you are going to work on that instrument or any machines or in a machinery. So why this is required? As per the instructions whatever they have given, according to that, whether it is working or not, we are going to checking it. Now when we are going to check it as per the requirement specification or as per that manual, then we are going to consider that this application or this thing is as per the specification or as per the documentation. So we can say that it is considered as an operational guide for the organization, as well as it will be considered as an usual application in user documentation. What it is considered as? This is considered as an application or the operational guide as well as an usual application and user documentation. Why? Because this application is very helpful for the third party persons who is trying to use it. And when it is going to be maintained in an organization, we can say that the third person who is going to be checking it or who is want to use that application, who is going to test that application, he is trying to check it by using that documentation only. Why? Because he is an unknown person. Okay. Now when an unknown person is trying to use a new thing, he is going to check it or he is going to first test or write the things whatever they have provided, and according to that whether it is working or not, it will be get checked out. So this is the basic goal of the software tester over here in the user documentation testing. Now this documentation can be tested. How this documentation can be tested? Now this documentation can be tested by asking the user try to use the new system using the documentation provided. What we are going to say that this documentation can be tested. Why? What is the type of the testing? User documentation testing. Now user documentation testing can be tested by asking the user. Okay, by asking the user, and we are going to tell them that try to use the new system. What we are going to tell them? We are going to tell them that try to use the new system using the documentation which we are going to provide you, and according to that you must have to check it whether it is behaving as per the customer's requirement or not. So that is the thing which we need to consider. So after this, now here the document will be get tested out. This document may be operational or the we can say that the user documentation or the user manual actually. Now after this you should choose we are going to, or the organization is going to choose those users who are conversant with their domain, who are conversant with their own domain. Now which means that the operation, applications, administrations and so, but who are not conversant with the new system. Now what it means, see. Now up to this what we have done, we are going to document the system, how it is working, and we are going to match it that how it is working now. Okay. Now after this you or the organization should choose the user, okay, who are conversant with their own domain and who are not conversant with their new system. Means what? Who are ready to use that new system and who are not ready to use that new system. Conversant means what? Who are ready to use that and who are not ready to use that. We are going to check it. We are going to check it. So that is the thing which we are going to consider. That is the thing which we are going to consider over here. See, the person who are ready to use it, what they are going to ready to use, they are going to perform the different types of operations, applications, administrations and so on. But the who are not conversant with the new system, who are not going to be matched with the new system, who are not ready to use it very easily with that new system. That the things which we need to consider again in the user documentation. So also this documentation testing falls under the category of the functional testing. Where it is going to be coming? Actually it is one of the part of the functional testing. Now whenever you are learning these subjects, each and every time you are going to learn each and every different types of testing. So try to remember the types of testing only. a documentation testing, it comes in a black box testing. A unit testing, it comes in a white box testing. A functional testing, it is a part of documentation testing and it is coming in a black box testing. Trying to only remember that. Why? Because it is very necessary when you are learning the software testing subject. It is totally a theoretical subject, so it is going to be confusing you. So see that what they have stated that this documentation testing falls under the category of what? A functional testing. It is falling under the category of the functional testing. So this documentation testing activity, okay, this documentation testing activity can take off right from the beginning of the software development process, and if taken it from the beginning, the defects in the documentation can be effortlessly fixed. You know what it means that? See, user documentation testing is it is a category of functional testing, which means that it is a category of black box testing. What it means that actually what we are going to check over here, input given and output coming. Okay, so this type of activity, it should be get done from the beginning of the software development process. Now why it should be get done from the beginning of the software development process? Through that we can say that whatever may be the defects, okay, that should be get occurred in the documentation, it will be get effortlessly fixed. It should be get fixed, but how? Effortlessly. And when we are going to fix it effortlessly, effortlessly with minimal expenses. Minimal expenses means what? We are not we are not supposed to fix it with many more times. More of the persons are not required. Why? Because it is effortlessly it will be get done by all the persons who are working under the development process of that particular software. So this is the thing which we need to consider during the documentation testing. Now the poor documentation. Now see what will be get happen if the documentation is not appropriate, which means that the poor documentation is likely to cause the problems for our customer as is poorly written code. See, if you are not going to document it very appropriately, which means that you are going to generate a software or application it is poorly developed. How it is? It is poorly developed. Now why? See, documentation is very important part. Now this documentation is going to be started from the previous step of the software development. Now previous step means what? Getting a requirements from the customer. So when we are getting a requirements from the customer, we should to know what the requirements are there and how the customer is going to be expected from this. So if the poor documentation is there, we can say that the poorly written code is there and it is not going to satisfy all the customers' requirement. So incorrect and poorly written or even missing documentation irritates the end user. What it is going to? It irritates the user. By that, because of that, the end user is not going to use your application. He is not trying to use your application. Why? Because it is an irritating nature. Why? Because it is not working as per their expectation. So it is very a bad impression of that application or software on the users. So we need to quickly form an opinion about the product. According to that, they are going to judge your product and they are going to give the opinion of your product. What the opinion they are going to give? That your application or your product is not as per our expectations. So hence the quality of the documentation bears a clear reflection on the quality of the product as well as of the suppliers who supplied it. Now this point is very important. See what the last sentence which we have given, hence the quality of the documentation. Quality of the documentation means what? How we are documenting our software. It is very important and it will be get reflected on the quality of the product as well as the supplier who is going to supplying it. Depend upon that it will be get considered. So that is the actually user documentation testing, and it is very important point as per my point of view when you are going to develop any software or any application. So first try to understand that what a customer is expecting from you, and when you are going to be betterly understanding that what a customer is going to be expect from you, then and then only you are going to create a very good documentation of that, and according to that we are going to say that the quality of the software is going to be increased. So that is the user documentation testing. Okay.